fellow man cavers, and good morning to you. We are back with our Stuart Turner we had going yesterday. We had a massive leak on that exhaust, so I think today, or now, we're going to get this exhaust off of this machine and yeah, see what the problem is. Roll the credits. Welcome to the man cave. Let the games begin. Right, now yesterday I did wipe all this down after our major leak that was coming out from under here and like blowing upwards. So I think we have a problem with this thread. So we need to get this exhaust off and have a look. First thing, I think we've got to take our water pipe off. Hopefully there ain't going to be olives and everything. No, that comes out there a treat. Look, there we go. We might as well totally unhook it. There we are. Right, that's our water pipe off. And we've got two screws down there, because this bracket, if you can see this bracket down here, that's actually welded onto this exhaust. So unfortunately, we're going to have to unscrew that down there. And then, I can get these two bolts out of here. Oh yeah, screws are coming out. Coming out nicely. So guys, do you like this little engine? It seems like it. That seems to be getting a few views on YouTube, so I'm guessing you guys like this little thing. And I do want to apologise to everybody if I don't reply to your comments. I get a lot of comments now, and time is of a premium. I do read each and every one, but I don't always have time to sit and reply to everybody. But I do like to get to everyone eventually. Alright, what are we doing here? This exhaust is now loose, so we can now take this head off. So if you've commented, and I do forget to mention you, or don't mention you, I've still read the comment, believe me. Because a lot of the time I read them on the move, and then I think, oh, I'll reply to them tonight. And then I get home and totally forget. Or I crack on with another video, you know. Unfortunately, time is of a premium. So I do appreciate all your comments. I certainly do read them all. Oh, that's coming. But I just don't always get time to reply to everybody. Right, here we are. Lovely brass nuts. Now, how easy is this going to come off here? Is this going to come off here at all? This stupid little trolley is so lightweight. Here we go. I'm hoping this cover's going to lift off without breaking the gasket. That's off. See? Oh, there's water come up through these two holes, I reckon. Well, there's our top. What do you call that? Thermostat housing? There we go, we're off. And there we are, there's our expansion chamber. Right, I see. Okay, I got it. Right, I think, I can see the problem, look. There's a hole in that thread, look. Let's get this off. Oh yes, look at that for a problem. How are we going to sort that? I'm hoping we're going to have to screw this. That was definitely where our leak was, look. That thread is half missing. Is it meant to be like that? Surely not. I don't know, is that a factory cut in them threads? I honestly couldn't tell you. Are all Stuart Turners like this? I don't like my chances of picking up another manifold. So I'm wondering if that will go in there, another thread, to cover that up. This might be. Let's get this in the shed. Right guys, we are now in the shed with our thing. So I think let's, oh it's gone in there tight. Take this out again. And I'm going to see if I can wire wheel these threads up a bit. So let me see if I can get these in the wire wheel and just clean all this up a little, and hopefully we can get that threaded onto a good thread. Right, back in a minute and I'll get this wire wheeled up. Alright, we've got this thing wire wheeled up. There we are. I don't know why them threads have been cut out there, I really don't. I don't suppose they are meant to be. Anyhow, threads are good in there. If anybody's got one of these, just see if that's got a cutout in that exhaust flange. And if it hasn't, has anybody got a spare one of these? Oh, I don't know. Come on, get in there, you swine. It's always a job when something's at an angle to get it started. There we go. Right, I think I'm going to nip this in the vise and physically turn this. Yeah. Let's get her in the vise. And physically turn this whole thing on. And see if we can get past that bad thread. We haven't quite done it, look, we're one little bit out. Can you see that? We can still see a tiny little gap in there. So let's see if we can do one more revolution. Can't see why not. Right. I think we're there. Are we anywhere lined up how this has got to go on the engine though? I couldn't tell you. I think what we've got to do is get it back on the engine now. But we've definitely gone past. Oh yeah, we've gone past that bad thread now. That's all clean. All good. So that shouldn't have the horrible blow-by back onto the engine. So let's get back outside. So here we are again. Let's see if this is going to fit anywhere. There we go. Move that handle out the way. Oh yeah, that bracket. Yeah, that works. That works. Right, yeah, that'll screw back down from there. That'll screw back down and then we'll be about right. So let's get this reassembled. Our gasket all look good. So I'm not going to bother taking them off. That didn't leak water yesterday, so normally when a gasket stays good, it's not going to leak when you put it back together. Everything's spotlessly clean. So I think somebody has actually, I think somebody spent a lot of time and money on this, you know. Because I can see that all these gaskets have been replaced. Head gasket, this gasket, I don't know what they'll put them pipes on there for. Whether they'll put them on there just for a decorative touch, I do not know. Alright, let's get these tightened down a little. They're brass nuts, so we mustn't over tighten them. But they want to be tight enough. Alright, there we are. Let's get our screws back in to hold on that exhaust. And I think that little job will be done. Here we go. There should be some holes there for them screws. I think we need another turn. Yeah, I think we've got a turn. There you go. That exhaust just want to turn and down a snitch. There we are. Now we can get her back in. There we go. Let's get him back in here. There we go. That is most excellent. There we are. I believe that little job is finished. No, it isn't. We ain't got our water pipe back on, have we? We ain't got the water pipe back on, Mr. Fenn. So let's get our little pipe through that little bracket that I made. So he goes down. There we are. Perfect. Where did I put that crescent wrench? And there it is. Let's just get her tightened back down. Oh, Debbie, speak up. All right. There we are, I think. She's on there. That is absolutely marvellous. I think the little exhaust leak on our Stuart is fixed. Ah, that is marvellous if it is. Only one way to find out, I guess. Oh damn, I was then going to start this thing and it's now started raining. So we're not going to get this running today. No, we're not. Because rain, look. So I'm going to cover this up before it gets too wet. Here we go. Let's move him in a bit. There you go. Alright. We'll have a little look at something else before we go. Alright, we'll have a quick look at my pump before we go. The pump I got the other day. So let's see if everything's happy with this. If you're wondering, all these wheels and gear were actually in-house with the pump. Now I know all the history of this pump because the guy I got it off actually took it out of its working location. He said about 15 years ago. And what it was, I can tell you exactly where it was. It was the old hall at Ingham near Stalham in Norfolk. And it was in a pump house and it supplied the hall with water. But it was decommissioned years ago and the shed it was in fell down around it. So this sat exposed to the elements for years along with an engine. Well, the guy saved everything, and yeah, he come realise he weren't really going to do this pump. He just didn't want to see it go to scrap. But oh, crikey, that is heavy. And when I see it down is at this open day I went to Sunday, he said, you can have that pump if you want. I'd like to see you do it. So let's see if we can get this thing stood up. There we go. Believe me, she's a big one. She is one big pump. If you're wondering how long that is, it's 41 inches long and 27 inches high. And the tap what come with it is this thing. Now this is not a lightweight small tap. Look at the bore on that stuff. So yes, whether we'll ever get this pump to pieces, I do not know. I'm going to try because it is seized up. So that's a bit unfortunate, but she is seized up. But we've got the cover that go on the back here. That comes in here, I believe. There you go. So there's our pump in its entirety. One big pump. And this wheel, like I said, all comes with it. What's interesting is this pulley has got like an automatic brake. If you look, if I bring you around here, you'll see you've got this pulley and the one down there line up. This one I assume is for something totally different. But you've got a brake band in here. This big flywheel, this is all seized by the way, but this big flywheel obviously turns. There's a big counterweight there. But if you put a little bit of weight on there, it closes up a brake, look. You can't really see that, can you? There you go. That actually closes up a brake. And this is all free from there, so I don't think it's stuck on here. I think it's actually seized in these bearings. But we have all this as well, which I would like. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it would make a nice display to have this running. And I was hopefully going to drive this. All off Miss Mancay's Crossley, her little 1030. We've got a little bit of movement in that pulley. Is it moving in here? It is, look. So our gears are moving and the conrod's trying to move. So I think we're seized up this end, probably in this piston area. But yeah, that's something to get to. This is probably something we're going to be doing over the winter. If we can get this thing to pieces. We'll probably use quite a bit of gas. Yeah, we'll probably use quite a bit of gas. I mean, some of these bolts, you're never going to undo them. They're rotted away. But luckily, they're just through bolts, look, with a nut on the bottom. So we can probably grind them flat and get them out, all of these. And then just replace them with new ones. Because you're never going to hold these to undo them, ever. Same with these, really. Save undoing them, we could just put a cutting disc in there and cut through them. Then just replace them. Yeah, we could cut most of these off actually, save messing around, but we'll see, won't we? I see we've got a couple of feet missing off there. That's a shame, but at least it's holding it. Unless it didn't have feet on there. No, that side's the same, look. There ain't no broken feet. There's one here, look. We have a broken foot here. But there you go, we can sort this all out. So there is our new pump. If any of you guys know what make this pump is, let us know. So it was installed brand new in Norfolk, and it's still in Norfolk. And while it's in my ownership, it will never leave Norfolk. So looks like this is an original pump, and it's good. I know all the history. the old hall at Ingham, near Stalham. There we go. Anyhow, just want to show you this on the end of the Stuart Turner video, so you see what we've got here. This lovely counterweight and stuff. This is really cool. I do love this piece. Again, like I say, seized up, but I think with a bit of lubrication down these, and I think before you even try to do anything to this, you've really got to make a wooden bed up and bolt this thing to a wooden bed, because at the minute this flywheel's lower than the base, so that really want putting on 2 runners or a heavy trolley so you can actually try and turn this properly. There you go, she'll come to it. But yeah, I think this flywheel's about 25, 26 inches. She's quite tall. But there we go. There's what we've got. And in the back of the van, what have I got in the back of Lenny? This is probably what we're going to do the next video on. Something I've gone and picked up. And I did notice on the Norfolk Man Cave Facebook page, somebody put a picture of one of these and said, do you know anything about them? And I thought, aha, I have one of them riding. I did have a little fettle with it about, I don't know, a couple of years ago, I think. But I ain't done anything else with it. So we will be getting this old Briggs electric start. Boom. Hopefully. And there you go. But yeah, so this is one thing we're going to be getting on with. Old Briggs and Stratton 240 volt plant generator. Marvellous. Right, thank you very, very much for watching. Like and subscribe. Keep leaving them comments, guys. I do read them. I do. And I will see you guys next time. So it's bye-bye from that. Bye-bye from the pump and the gear. And bye-bye from Stuart. Ah! Stuart Turner, Briggs and Stratton and water pump.